everyone, Fed here, and welcome back to another Redstone video. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to build a working, realistic elevator inside of Minecraft Bedrock. So if we come right in here to our 3-high carriage and click this button, we'll go up to our second floor. And then once we reach our second floor, the door will open up and we can go ahead and do what we got to do on our second floor. But when we're ready to leave, go back inside the elevator, click the button, and we will be transported down. Now, this thing could be a lot harder than this. You can make it go all the way to the sky barrier if you really want to, but it is a flying machine, so it's going to take a long time to get to the sky barrier if you do. And the cool thing about this elevator too, there is a call function. It's just the same exact button we used to go up and down. So if I click this button, the elevator will start going back up to the top. And then same thing with the bottom. If we click the button, the elevator will come down to the bottom area. So now let's go ahead and look at the redstone. Like I said, it's just a flying machine. After I figured out how you can make a flying machine without swapping the pistons, I've been going a little nuts with it. But we just have 4 tiled little chambers for our elevator. It's only a 6x12 spacing. It will not take up much space inside of your world. And like I said, you can make it go way higher. This is actually the smallest it can be. This is the smallest it can be. Over here, I just made it a little bit bigger. As you can see, we can go all the way up to that side. And I also put a glass back on it as well, and it works the same exact way as the other one. You know, you just click this button and it'll start going down, and it has its recall functions, and it can start going up if I click the button again, but that's just going to take too long and I want to get into the tutorial. All right guys, so for this build you're going to need a 12x5 spacing, and you're also going to have to dig down 5. Now where that red concrete is where our cabin's going to be going, or carriage, whatever you want to call it, and then the blue line right there is where your wall's going to be inside of your building. Now, the resources you're going to need for this build are, and this is for the smallest version, you're going to need 30 slime blocks, 30 honey blocks, 38 observer blocks, 24 sticky pistons, 12 pistons, 4 redstone comparators, 4 redstone repeaters, 45 redstone, 4 redstone lamps. You're also going to need 2 stone buttons or wood, it doesn't really matter, 10 obsidian or any immovable object, 2 chests, and we're also going to need for our carriage blocks. You can change this to whatever you want, but I'm going to be using 12 smooth quartz blocks, 4 smooth stone, and 4 sea lanterns. And then of course you're just going to need some blocks to put your redstone down on. So once you gathered up all your resources and you dug out your area, come to the bottom left hand corner and we're going to count over 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to count up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Then right here where our carriage is going to be going, we're going to place 2 pieces of redstone like this, and then 2 more on both sides, making it 4. Then we're going to make a 2x2 of redstone right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're just going to build 1 carriage first, get it working, and then we'll build the other 2 because it's just tile, guys. It's the same thing on all 4 sides. Next up, take out your observer blocks, and then right above the 2 pieces of redstone closest to you, place 2 observer blocks facing up. You can do the same thing on this side, but we're just going to get one side done first. Next up, take out honey and or slime blocks. It doesn't really matter. You're just going to have to interchange them later on. And place 2 slime or honey right above those observer blocks. And then place a piston facing up right here off the side of the slime block. Next thing, do the same thing we just did here on this side. 2 slime blocks, piston facing up. And now we're going to build our carriage. So our front carriage we're going to have to switch over to honey blocks because we don't want them sticking to our slime blocks. So right above these 2 pistons, come up 2 honey blocks on both sides. Then take out the blocks you're going to be using to make your carriage and or cabin, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to take out my smooth stone. This is going to be for my flooring. So I'm going to put my 2 smooth stone in. Then I'm going to take out my smooth quartz and come up 3 on both sides. 1, 2, 3. Same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3. Put in yet again another honey block here. Another honey block here, and then I'm going to take out my sea lanterns and place them in like that, and that's going to be my 3-high carriage. Then on both sides, we're going to come out 2 more honey blocks on both sides. So now that we got that out of the way, we can actually get started up on more of the redstone. So we're going to come over here to the bottom left-hand corner, and we're going to come up 4 slime blocks from this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then right above where this observer block is, we're going to place a piston facing in towards our other piston. Then right above this piston, we're going to place in a observer block facing up. Then we're going to place a sticky piston facing up from that observer block. Then right above this sticky piston, we're going to take out our slime blocks once again, and we're going to come up 5 slime blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then to the right of this slime block, we're going to place a piston facing down. And then to the left of it, we're going to place a sticky piston facing down. And then right in front of this sticky piston, place any block. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to take some smooth quartz and place it right in front of my sticky piston. Then 1 block away from this block, we're going to place in an observer block facing down, and then another sticky piston facing down from that observer block. Then all the way at the top right here, we're going to place another observer block facing down into this slime block right here. So place an observer block facing down. You know you placed it right if the arrow is pointing down. Next up, take out your chests and place 1 chest right here on top of that honey block. And that's going to be 1 whole section completely done. So what we're going to do is actually test this out just to make sure everything is working. So first off, we have to figure out the height. I'm just going to make it the smallest possible right now. If you want to make it go higher, you're absolutely free to do that. But what we're going to do is just come up 7 blocks from this piston right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on the 7th block, place in an immovable object. I'm just going to use my obsidian. Then go ahead and remove these blocks. They're no longer needed. And then right here above this obsidian block, we're going to place a block and then a redstone lamp to the side of it. So now that we have everything in place, we can go ahead and test it out. But before we test it out, we just got to come right down here to this corner and place in an immovable object right here. That's just so when it's coming back down, it doesn't break this redstone. So make sure you get your obsidian block right here next to your observer block. So now go ahead and take out a button, place it anywhere on this redstone, really doesn't matter. And you can go ahead and test it out to make sure it's working. So click the button, and as you see, it's going all the way up until it reaches the top. And there we go, it has stopped, everything's working fine. And then to send it back, just place your button on this redstone lamp, click it, and it should go back down to the ground. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and do this side. And since we activated that redstone right there, it went ahead and powered this one. So just go ahead and take your piston out and then just push it back down towards that one. So boop, and just send power to it and push it back down. So now we're just going to build the same exact thing we did here on this side. So come right over here, come out 1 slime block, and then make sure to put that obsidian block down here, right underneath it. Come up 3 more, 1, 2, 3. Place in a piston facing sideways. Then coming out of that piston, place an observer block facing up. Then take out your sticky pistons and place a sticky piston facing up off that observer block. Come up 5 slime blocks from this sticky piston, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then off the side of this one, we're going to place a piston facing down. On this side, we're going to place a sticky piston facing down with a block in front of it. Place an observer block 1 block away from that sticky piston facing down with another sticky piston facing down off of that. Then all the way at the tip top, we're going to place down an observer block facing down into the slime block that's between these 2 pistons. Then we're going to take out our chest and go ahead and place a chest right here. Next up, we just got to get our height. So we're going to come over here and come up 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the 7th one, place in your obsidian block. And then place in your redstone lamp to the left. Well, right, sorry. Yeah, that's the left. I was looking at to the right. And then place a block right here. And now we can go ahead and test it out after we remove these blocks. And now both of them should go up when I click this button. So click the button and boop. Both of them start going up. So you know what? Since we did that, we can go ahead and connect these 2 together. So just take out a line of blocks, bring it right to each other, and then just take out some redstone and bring your redstone line right down those blocks. So I'm going to just come down here and grab redstone real quick and bring it right down this line of blocks into the other one. So now when we click this button, they should both go back down. So we're going to be basically doing the same thing right next to it with another line. But before we do that, let's get in our door and our wall over here, and then we'll worry about making the carriage 2x2. Basically a 2x2. So first off, let's go ahead and do our doors next. So we're just going to need some sticky pistons, and you're going to need some blocks of choice as well for your door. I completely forgot about the blocks of choice. So I'm just going to use, I believe I used dark gray concrete. Well, gray concrete. So yeah, I'm just going to use gray concrete once again. So right here is going to be your floor for your elevator. So I'm going to go ahead and actually fill this in too. This is going to be the floor for your elevator. And like I said, right here is going to be the wall to the entire thing. So right here, we're going to have our door open up. So we're going to come out 1 sticky piston from here and then bring it up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Do the same thing on this side. Sticky piston out. 1, 2, and 3. And then place your blocks of choice in front of it. This is going to be the color of your door. Then coming out from where we put these chests, we're going to place in 2 immovable objects. I'm going to be using my obsidian once again. Next up, take out your redstone comparators and place 2 redstone comparators coming out from where those chests are. And then go ahead and place 1 item inside of each chest. Doesn't matter what it is, just place any item, it could be dirt, inside those chests. Next up, placing your walling blocks right here. You will be able to see them. I'm just going to be using white concrete like that. And then right in front of these two comparators, we're going to come up a block, place in some redstone. And then off the side of that redstone, we're going to be using our redstone torches. So place a redstone torch here, a redstone torch here, come down a block, and then place in a piece of redstone right there. And do that on both sides, and that's going to be your doors completely done for the bottom section. So now if I go ahead and I activate these, so if I come down here and activate it real quick, when it goes up, the door closes. And then when it goes down, the doors will open up. And there you have it. Next up, let's go ahead and actually do our button, because it's getting pretty annoying having to go back down there each time to click the button. So right here off this block is going to be where our button is. It should be one away from where your door opens and closes. Then right underneath that button, we're going to place in a block with a piece of redstone on top of it. Then we're going to come down one more block again, right here with 2 blocks, placing in a repeater coming out of it. Let's go down here now. It'll be a lot easier to see everything. Place a block up in front of that repeater, a block down, break this block, place redstone right here on top of this block, come down one more block, and place a piece of redstone there. And now that will activate it from right here. So now if I click the button up here, the elevator will start working. And let me go ahead and put in my flooring blocks once again. And actually, now that this is up here, we can go ahead and work on the door up here. It's just the same exact thing. So we're going to come out with our sticky pistons right here. 1, 2, 3. Same thing on this side. 1, 2, and 3. Take out the blocks of choice for your door. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to take out our immovable objects. I'm going to be using my obsidian once again, placing it right next to it. Take out your redstone comparators. Place in your redstone comparators. 1, 2. Then we're going to come out a block right in front of it, like that, and like that. Take out your walling blocks of choice. You will be able to see these when you step out the elevator. So I'm going to use my white concrete, placing them in right here. Place a piece of redstone off both of them. Place your redstone torches off the side. Come down a block under the redstone torch with your redstone on top of it. Same thing on this side. Redstone on top of it. And now we can also go ahead and add in our button as well. So let's place a button right here off the corner, just like we did down there. And you know what? I'm going to use a different color for this. Then right underneath where our button is, we're just going to come down a block, placing a piece of redstone. Come out 2 more. 1, 2. Place a repeater here coming out of the redstone. Piece of redstone in front of that repeater. Next up, take out your observer blocks and bring a line of observer blocks going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's a lot easier ways to making this work. You don't have to use the line. I'm just trying to keep it as compact as possible. So if you want to use a different way to do that, go right ahead. But next up, just bring your blocks over, placing your redstone right here. So now our button should work. So now when I click this button, the door will start going back down. As you can see, our door closed. It'll get to the bottom and reopen the door. Now we also want to make it so, we can have a call function. Let's send it back up real quick. We want to make it so we have the call function to send it back down if we're down here. So to do that, it's very, very easy. We come back down here to where our button is, our input for our button. We're just going to come out 2 more blocks right here with redstone. And then we're going to take out our observer blocks once again and bring up a line of observer blocks to right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. So now we'll have a call down function. So when I click this button, the elevator will start coming back down from the top. And now to add in our call function for when we want to call, back up here, all we have to do is just come down right from where this block is. Come out 2, 1, 2. Next up, place 2 repeaters coming out of here. 1, 2, with a block in front of it, a block down, and then place redstone right here. Next up, take out your observer blocks and place a line of observer blocks going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Go ahead and take out these blocks right here and go over 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Placing redstone along these 2, and then a repeater going into that block right there. So now when we come up here, we're going to place redstone right on top of this, and this will actually activate because I didn't put the redstone on it at first, and that'll actually make the door start going up. That's just our call function for the top. So, once it gets up here, we can go ahead and send it back down real quick. And now if it's down there and we need to call the elevator up, all you have to do is just click this button again, and it will call the elevator up. So that's pretty much all the redstone done. All we have to do now is just double down back here with our elevator to make it a 2x2 cabin. And if you want to make it even bigger, you can go ahead and do it. But I think a 2x2 cabin is just fine. So right up here, we're just going to come out one more redstone lamp on each side with some redstone, placing in our obsidian blocks right here and right here. And then just swing back down here and place another obsidian block in right here and right here. So now it's time to just double down on everything. So we're just going to come over here, and now instead of having slime blocks next to each other, we're going to have honey blocks. So place in your 2 observer blocks right next to them. You just have to follow these things. You just have to follow the exact same thing on both sides. And wherever you see, slime blocks, interchange it with honey blocks. Wherever you see a honey block, put a slime block. So we're going to go right here, wrapping it up with our honey blocks. We're going to take out our pistons, facing it in, observer block facing up, sticky piston facing up, piston facing up right here. Then we're going to come up here and place a sticky piston facing down, an observer block facing down, take out our honey blocks once again and come up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and put your sticky piston facing down right here with its block in front of it. And then we're going to place in our observer block right here at the top and our piston facing down like that. Then we're going to take out our slime blocks and place 2 here, 2 here, and then go ahead and fill in the cabin with whatever cabin blocks you're using. And that's going to be that side completely done. And now we just got to do the same thing here, except this time we're going to be interchanging it again, like I said, with honey blocks. So 1, 2, well, actually, let's do the observer blocks first. So 2 observer blocks facing up. Then we're going to place in our honey blocks, just like that. Then we're going to place in our piston facing sideways, observer block facing up, sticky piston facing up. Then come down here and also put your piston facing up as well. Then we're going to do our sticky piston facing down right here, observer block facing down into said sticky piston. Place in your 5 honey blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sticky piston facing down. Block, just follow right along here. I don't even have to be talking right now. Everything's the exact same. You just have to interchange them when you see a honey block and a slime block. So then, your 2 slime blocks here, 2 slime blocks here, and then go ahead and fill in the rest of your carriage like that. And that should be everything completely done. So now when I click the button, all 4 of them start moving. So let me go ahead and get inside of it real quick. Click the button, and we start going down. And boom, we have made it to the bottom. So now all that's left to do is just clean up the area. So I like to put my door blocks right here above it. And then, just fill in this with whatever color you want for your ceiling. So I'm just going to do white concrete. And then right down here in the middle, I like to do the same color as my cabin. So I'm going to take out my smooth quartz block. Oh boy, I couldn't say it, and I'm gonna fill in right here so we don't see any of this redstone when we're going up in our cabin. And then we're gonna swing to this backhand side and also place whatever color your cabin is in the back as well, and it should line up with the door over here. So there we go. Have a nice little line right down there. Make sure you don't put any blocks next to these slime blocks and honey blocks, or it's going to break the entire thing. We're at our max capacity with that, guys. So just don't accidentally place a block in the wrong spot. So I'm pretty sure this should be almost fully actually, nope, we have to fill in this up here as well. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure we're almost done filling this in, but we are not. We also have to put our floor down here as well. So let's go with a dark wood. Let's go with dark. Let's see. I always like doing dark oak wood. There it is, dark oak wood planks. My favorite wood. There we go. So 1, 2, there we go. Bring that out. Bring your walling out right here, so we can hide up the redstone on this side. And then, just bring your walling down so you can hide up all your redstone. And then if you want to extend it and make it, larger, the only thing that changes, the only redstone that changes if you want to make it bigger is these observer blocks. Because you're going to have a longer, that's all it is over here. As you can see, it's just more observer blocks going up to activate it. Nothing else changes. All the redstone stays the same, except for having more observer blocks in the middle to have the call down function, call up function. And if you don't want the call up and call down function, then you don't even need those observer blocks there. But it's just nice having it. So let's come back over here and finish cleaning up this area. So I'm going to bring up my wall over here. Actually, we won't be able to see these blocks anyway. So bring this out over here like that, cleaning it all up. But guys, you are completely done. You don't have to watch me do this, but I'm just giving you a heads up now. Make sure you don't accidentally place a block next to those slime blocks. It will break the entire thing, trust me. You definitely want to watch out for that. So I'm just going to bring this up all the way till I can't see anything whatsoever. There we go. And I'll, of course, fill in this side, or I'm going to go, well, I'm not going to go insane, but I might lose my mind. Fill this in. And then, here is your floor right here. There we go. And that's it, guys. You are completely done. So let's go ahead and get inside our elevator. Click the button. We'll start going up. Boom. We are on the second floor. And then, of course, when we want to go down, click the button. We will start heading down. And then, of course, if we're on this floor and we need to call our elevator up, click the button. The elevator will start getting called to the top. And vice versa, if I click the button down here, the elevator will start getting called down here. And also, if you want to change out the back to glass so you can see outside your building, you are free to do so. Just make sure you use some immovable objects on the side because your slime and honey blocks will be moving past those sections. So I went and used a lot of jukeboxes just so it looked nice. But there you guys have it. That's how you build a realistic elevator inside of Minecraft Bedrock. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Peace.